Okay guys, so we are going live with Team Brutality versus Team Eternal Esports on Cobblestone, which is the first map I think, which is Team Eternal's pick. I am Ranger this side from Team Entity Gaming. I'm your caster for this game. And we are live with the knife round. It's very fast knife round, so I'm not going to cast it. And Team Eternal Esports has won the round. So I think the first map is going to be Cobblestone, which is Eternal Esports pick. The second map I think is Inferno, which is Brutality's pick, and the final decider map, if needed, will be Mirage. And Team Eternal decide to stay on the T side. Okay, so we are going live with the pistol round. Let me see the resources. So Hunter, and I believe that is Ace with the resources. They have 2 smokes, a couple of flashes and a molotov. Ace throwing a fast triangle smoke, I think. Oh, sorry, a fast door smoke. Xanta on the platform. Nice back. Xanta gets the first, he gets the second. Brutality absolutely shut down Team Eternal Esports here. Just Ace remaining in a 1-on-4, hiding in the corner, and Rix absolutely demolishes Ace. So 1-0 to Brutality. That was a pretty nice round from Brutality. Nice setup. I think Pasha Sahil got the 2 early kills and when I'm supporting him. Now Eternal Esports going for a force buy with just 1 smoke and a flash. With just 1 smoke and a flash, and I think they are spreading around the map. So Ace and Hunter marking any push towards the A side with Excali towards B platform. So Brutality are playing this very defensively, which I think is not a bad idea, but then you obviously need to have a proper setup to hold any Tech 9 or CGI pushes. Brutality absolutely have 0 map control, and they have 0 information about where Eternal Esports are gonna be hitting this. Pop flash towards drop, and Hunter and Pexer clearing from the drop zone. So this is nice stuff by Team Brutality. Even though they don't have map control, they are trying to box in Team Eternal Esports. But Eternal Esports are the wiser team, I think, in this one, because they just leave one guy towards drop and everyone else is gonna go towards A. Whereas Brutality have a stack here at B when I'm alone at A. I think Venom needs to get a couple of kills. Oh, gets one, and Venom gets 2. This round is done and dusted. Just Excali remaining with murder holes. A few shots, but Xanta show, or I think Pasha Sahil gets the final kill. Actually gets a triple kill and secures the round for Team Brutality. So pretty organized CT side, actually, something I would expect Capiche to drill into Brutality, him being established caller right now. And Team Eternal Esports are now on the full eco, the full clock eco. Again, Brutality, I think they like to play a 4-1 setup with Capiche being the fast rotate towards A. Yeah, so they're doing the smart thing. Capiche is just throwing his resources early at drop to support the drop guy, and then rotating towards A, and then marking any pushes towards, drop to A or A door, so that the drop guy has his resources for later on in the round. That is actually a small point according to some people, but that helps a lot because the drop guy can then hold drop for a longer period of time. I think Eternal Esports are just trying to look how the setup is for Brutality and trying to waste as much as utility possible, and Brutality just playing it very passively, which I think if they keep on doing it in the buy rounds, Eternal Esports is gonna punish them for that. Brutality with the YOLO B platform rush. I think the guy is getting caught off guard here. Pasha gets one, and I think this should have happened. And Pasha missing crucial shots over here, but Venom is there to back him up. As I said, it's just a Glock eco, but they should have lost that many guns in this round. I think they're playing too passive for my liking. I think they should change it up during the buy rounds, and I think it's a tactical pause from Brutality. So from what I have seen right now, I think Brutality likes to... Okay, it's a technical pause. So from what I have seen right now, Brutality likes to play a very defensive series side, which will come to bite them in the later rounds if they don't change it up, because Eternal Esports are a very good team and then they can adapt to any situation. Once they know that Brutality is playing passive, they might try to switch it up and play aggressive themselves and do some executes into the south side, which will just shut down Brutality. But I think Kapish might also change it up for his team and throw a bit of aggression in the middle. I think he likes to do that here and now. But let's see, Kapish generally likes to micromanage his team. Skadu generally likes to micromanage his team. That is one thing he's very good at. So I think that is one thing he can do in this team if he's allowed the freedom to do so and make it a dynamic city side. Did it? I think they're gonna restore the round right now, so I'll just be right back in a minute. And I think we are back with the live action. So Team Eternal Esports with their first buy round, they have limited utility right now. Only Excali with the full arsenal of utility. Everyone else just has a smoke and a flash. Ribby just having an AK. That also without Kevlar, I think. And on Brutality's side, we have Rix with the AWP and Venom with the M4. And I think Pasha is going to continue his UMP, trying to farm a bit on drop. I think UMP is a very viable weapon on drop actually with the resources he has. So I think we're gonna go live right now. So again, as I said, only Excali will be having the full set of utilities, but on Brutality's side, they should have everything they need in the world right now. And Rix with the AWP is a very dangerous player. So I think Brutality should mix it up and do some kind of aggression on this round to catch Eternal Esports off guard, because they have been playing very passively for the past few rounds, or the first 3 rounds, I must say. Eternal Esports going for a default towards A long. A long heavy default, trying to take A long control, but they get smoked off by Venom. And so as I said, Skadoosh is playing the same role over and over again. He's just trying to see if anyone is coming through that middle doors. And Rix with the big green gun at B platform. I think he should get a pick if anyone tries to approach him. And so Eternal Esports just showed some presence towards B platform, and now they're falling back towards A sided hit from what I can see right now. And when I'm getting one pick, but he gets traded immediately by Pexer. Skadoosh towards A long. Oh, a very crisp shot by Hunter. I think that leaves the A side wide open, and Kundya is rotating right now. Juventa. Just one player on the site, and Eternal Esports are doing a smart thing actually. They're waiting for Brutality to make any kind of a mistake or waiting for them to push any area on the map, and which they do. Juventa tries to gather some information at A long and gets picked off by Hunter. And Pasha is alone at the truck and is going to get picked off by Excali. That leaves it down to Rix, who will try to save his gun, but Ace is already there, marking for any shenanigans by Rix, and I think he'll get picked off. And it was a pretty decent, a pretty nice round actually by Eternal Esports. After getting the early man advantage, they waited for Brutality to make the mistakes, and which they did actually. It couldn't be called a mistake because they had to gather some information. But that being said, they could have done it with a flash peek from Xanta, or having some information on other part of the map rather than just walking in through towards Ava. Brutality has enough economy to buy into this round, and so they go for the pistol kill. Actually a better option right now because it's very early in the half, and since Eternal Esports had 4 players alive, I don't think money was a big issue for them. So Brutality doing the smart thing, going for a light buy this round and trying to get everything they need in the next one. And Ace doing his default towards B long, and Pexer and Hunter trying to take A long control. It's a pretty standard default from Eternal Esports which they do, and Ribby always lurking mid, 2 guys towards A long. They can mask this default pretty well actually. They can hit B and Venom just pushing through the smoke, getting one pick off. Getting trapped in the corner, and Pasha hits with off angle, but a very off angle in my opinion. That angle will never work out. Juventa getting caught off at middle, which leaves it down to Rix again alone at drop, thinking where it all went wrong. Again, a pretty standard, a pretty defaultish round by Eternal Esports. Haven't seen any executions from there till now, but I think they have something in the bag which they might do in the next full buy round or the upcoming round. But for now, the default is working and they have a pretty solid default. So I think they'll keep, they'll stick to that and just keep masking that default and keep variating within the default itself, hitting A, hitting drop, hitting B, splitting A. So there are multiple things they can do, and I'd like to see what more they have to offer apart from the defaults. Now here comes the all important buy round, and as you can see, Brutality has a lot of money on their side except for Rix. Everyone else has a decent amount of money, and I think they can buy the full arsenal of nades. But so it's very surprising. So Capiche or Skadoosh having the op with Rix only on a FAMAS. I think they shouldn't have bought the Kevlars in the previous round because this leaves them down to very minimal utility. And as you can see, again the A default, but this time they try to change it up. This time they try to take control from mid rather than from A long. As I said, they have a pretty dynamic default. They like to take control of different parts of the maps. So Capiche is going for an aggression here. He spots 1, he spots 2, doesn't take a shot, waiting for them to show themselves. So okay, so Eternal Esports doing a fast mid take over here right now. Brutality with very fast rotations as well. Brutality still has one player at long, Venom, who I think might get caught off by Ace. That's exactly what happened. Juventa with a double kill. Skadoosh gets 1 kill with the op. And it leaves it down to Juventa in the side with Pasha rotating. And Pasha with a few bullets there. It's a 1v1, Ribby versus Pasha. Pasha has the head advantage, but Ribby clutches it out with a beautiful headshot, and that ties the score 3-3. Again, it was a similar default in the eyes of Brutality, but Eternal Esports changed it up and hit mid very quickly rather, and they just got the side. I think Pasha could have won the round, but you can't never comment about clutches, so that's fine. You can never know how the clutches will go. Again, a pretty standard eco. I don't like what Brutality are doing on their eco, just splitting 3 and 2. I'd rather see them stack, or I'd rather see them do something different. But just splitting 3 and 2, you know, and just giving them away free money, and this will build the economy for Team Eternal Esports. And later on, even if Brutality win one round, they won't reset Eternal Esports. So right now, Eternal Esports are having a pretty good field day. Pex are just mopping up the eco frags. Ribby clearing out all the angles, and he spots out Juventa on the side. If he gets Juventa, there's only one player inside drop right now, and that is Kadoosh. And I think he might get picked up right now. Oh. Ribby, and a pretty easy cleanup by Eternal. Losing only one frag, but as I said, I would rather have Brutality doing something different in the eco rounds than doing a 3-2 split, because in the eco rounds, if you don't do any economy damage, you can look at the money on Eternal Esports side right now. Everyone is flush. Almost each of their players is above 5k, with Ace at 7.5. So they have no worries buying for the next couple of buy rounds, even if they lose them. So we can see some fast smokes being thrown out by Eternal. As I said, they have some executes as well, some fast executes. But good counter grenades by Brutality, stopping Eternal Esports in their track. But Pexer, he's a beast entering into the site, and he reaches Chicken Coop, and he has taken the control of the B side. So Brutality, I think, now playing for the retake, but Ace and Excali with 2 quick kills. Ace getting one pick off at drop, and Excali getting one pick off through the smoke, I believe. Is falling pretty bad. It's falling pretty badly for Brutality right now with Venom the sole survivor. So as I said, Eternal Esports like to do a default play, but as soon as they know that their the enemies have a full buy and their economy is going to be shut down after this round, they throw in a quick execute towards the B side. And one good thing they did was, actually Pexer it was, even after all the resources, even after all the counter resources thrown at him, he didn't stop, he didn't care, he just kept on entering the side, cleared out the site for his team, which gave them the confidence to come in and plant, and it also enabled Ace to lurk down from drop and get the pick. I think this is going to be another eco or a pistol Kevlar buy from Brutality, looking at their economy. Again, I think Brutality are playing a very static CT side. I think they'll have to mix it up. I expect Capiche to do something in the next buy round, maybe take B platform control or throw in a bit of aggression here and there. But Eternal Esports are also playing a very solid default, so credit to them for that. So they are stacking 3 towards A long, but from what I can see, Pexer is a lone guy at A, just marking for some pushes and just throwing some resources to distract them. And everyone else from Eternal Esports is grouped up at B. So Pasha trying to get a pick again. These solo picks won't work out unless they have some setups based on their eco rounds, because Eternal Esports are now doing a very solid default, and they're playing the anti-ecos pretty well actually. They are not splitting them too much, just keeping one guy to mark their back so that their back is secure, and then they're sticking as a group. Beat 2-2, beat 3-2. They're just sticking as a group. Now overpeak from Capiche. And as you can see, they're here sticking as a group. So even if Hunter falls down, right, he will immediately get traded by Ribby or Ace, who are behind. And Hunter is in a very good position right now. Already, Venom gets a pick. Venom gets 2 kills right now. Venom, can he get another one? So a smoke to cross off. Pexer picks Venom off, and I think that is a round done and dusted. I don't think Juventa has a lot of chance with just a CZ and no kit and no Kevlar on top of that. He gets spotted out, and I think that is done. Yuenta is falling back, maybe trying to get some exits or trying to save his CZ for the next round. He can pick off Pexer here, and he does. So Pexer didn't need to do that actually. He could have just saved his gun. You know, he lost a lot. Then he would have gained by getting a kill on Yuenta, and I think Yuenta just bypassed Ace at the last second, and Ace couldn't see him crossing. So I think Yuenta will save this AK-47 and the Molotov, effectively giving his team $3,300 for free. And I don't think Pexer needed to do that, but that's, I think, you know, they have a huge economic build up. Yeah, so everyone on their team right now has over 10k. Okay, so I think this round Eternal Esports will again, you know, try to do a fast A or try to do some kind of an execute, because I think that's what they do on full buy round for their opponents. So they're going 4-1 with Hunter alone at A, just showing that they're going to do the same default, but I think it's going to be a B split or an execute towards B, something on those lines. Brutality have all the utilities right now. They have all the Molotovs, and Pexer missing the jump. Okay, 4 times, 5. Finally, Pexer gets the jump correct. That happens sometimes. And Hunter just showing some presence at A, and I think all of them are now gathering towards B for a B split. I think that is going to be the name of the game. They're going to split B. I think they're pretty well set up for that. And Brutality, again, they don't have any map information. They don't know what is going on. There is no one at drop. They're too split up to win this round. If they win this round, I'll be very surprised. I think that will only be on the basis of Rix's off. But otherwise, they're too split up. And as I said, Rix get the first pick. So, back. And Capiche re-aggressing towards drop and getting that pick off. So, Capiche caught in a rock and hard play. Excal is splitting from drop. Pasha getting 1 kill. Pasha doing a nice job of changing his position. I think that is one play that will win them the round if it works out, and it does. So Pasha Sahil with a 3k single-handedly winning the round for Brutality after Rix got the first pick, but I think Pasha was the man for this round because the way he changed his position, that was a pretty good move to do. I think that goes very unnoticed in this Indian scene, but that is something you should keep on doing after getting the first pick off. Again, Eternal Esports, I think they are going for the fast B hit again. They're going to do the B wall again, I think so, and I think that is what they are doing right now. Yes, Noddy in a very good position, gets the tag off onto Pexer. This time I like what Brutality are doing. They're playing in front of the smoke, so at least Rix is, but I would like some support for him. Okay, Nick's missing some crucial shots and getting caught off guard with Molotov. That shouldn't happen actually, but it's still a situation in the favor of Brutality after everything said and done. Ace in a 1v3. Ace gets the first one and instantly traded by Capiche. So that was a pretty nice round by Brutality, but I think at least 2 of those guys should have been in front of the smoke. At least one of them should have been supporting Rix, or else he would have been caught off guard. Both. So again, full buy round for both the teams. Everyone has all the resources and everything they could ask for. I think except 2 kids, Brutality have everything else. Again, I think Eternal Esports are falling back to the default since that worked for them pretty well in the initial stages of the match. I think it will work out again, and I think so they should fall back to their default because I think they tried a lot of executes, and Brutality are having more success against the executes rather than the default. And it's a nice cheeky boost from Yuenta at the side halls. I think he should get 1 pick at least if Venom baits for him properly. Let's see. Yeah, there's a bait and switch, but no one is marking the stairs. So if someone comes for the stairs and checks Yuenta, he's a dead man. So, yeah. He's trapped right now here. Can't do anything, yeah. So, as I said, Eternal Esports having a very strong default. So, even though Brutality had a nice setup there, but that just wasn't enough. I think they should have used some utility after spotting out the first guy, and no one was marking shares for them. So, that is where it all fell down. If a couple of members from Eternal Esports had come in from A-Long, it could have worked out. So, but Kapi's getting the first pick here, and I think it's a 1-on-2 for Excali. 1-on-2 versus Skadush and Rix. So Skadush doing the smart thing, just keeping long control, letting Excali cross to the side. He doesn't want to take any unnecessary fights, waiting for his teammate Rix. So now we can see as soon as the bomb gets planted, both of them are retaking together. But oh, nice shot from Excali. 1-on-1, 15 HP was 74, and Kapish clutches it. Skadush, my bad. So that was a smart thing from Skadush to do. He kept A-Long control, and even Rix, he was marking for Excali to come in through the door or murder hole, rather than just overcommitting with 15 seconds left on the clock. Because if either one of them got picked off, I think Excali could have won the round, since he would have the bomb planted and maybe had a better after plant position. So that was a good 1-on-2 play down by Brutality. Even if they lost one guy, that doesn't matter. They still won the round. And again, Brutality with the full buy, and we see Rix with the big green gun again, or I should say the big white gun, the Asimov. Again, Eternal Esports going for the default. I think they did it pretty well last round. They just got off guard from, I think it was Pasha who just rushed into the door through the smoke. So I think they got off guard. They got caught off guard, and Rix was already waiting for ace at drop. So okay, so Hunter picking off Juventa through the smoke. I don't even know how that happens, but I think Hunter might have saw Juventa's traces and got the first kill for free. Again, Eternal Esports doing the smart thing, just slowing it down after getting the first pick, waiting for the CTs to make any mistakes. And I think it's going to be a pretty standard execute, a door smoke and a heaven smoke with mollies towards truck or maybe side. And I think they're waiting for okay, so I don't know, maybe they waited because of the smoke at mid. I think they're gonna re-smoke door, yeah. So they're gonna re-smoke door and hit a very standard good. Okay, so Ribby gets the pick off towards boost, tree boost, Skadush alone towards truck. I think he's gonna get picked off very soon. Skadush gets one but can't get any more. I think Pasha and Rix should just save here. Yeah, that's because I think Skadush can buy and Juventa can buy, and then I don't know. Yeah, I think they can drop a UMP for Venom, but that's the most they'll have. So, and we can see Hunter and Excali already on the hunt. I think it should be. I think they should be able to save the weapon. I think since Rix is marking that angle and Pasha is covering the door for him, and as soon as I say that, Rix changes his angle and gets picked off from the two guys coming from B platform, and I think Pasha is gonna get picked off here as well. And that's what happened. So as soon as I said that Rix is marking the angle from B platform and Pasha has his back, Rix just changes his angle and keeps marking towards drop. So I don't know, maybe Caster's curse. And Brutality surprisingly go for the force buy with 1 op, 1 M4, 2 flashes and a decoy. I don't see them pulling off this round unless Eternal Esports make some huge mistakes, which I don't expect from them right now, but let's see how it pans out. Eternal Esports again going towards the trident default. Kapish or Skadush missing a difficult shot there. He could have got a pick off on Excali, but right now, again, as I said, they are doing the tried and tested default, taking A-Long control, distracting them at drop, taking drop control and seeing how it goes. But Venom has been consistently dying towards Theirs area, and I think they either need to support him or Venom needs to play passively with his team, because I don't think that is working out for him. Even the setup they tried at A-Long by taking a boost at hallways, even that didn't work out. So again, Juventa is left alone towards left alone towards A. I don't see why Brutality are not rotating with Kapish having such huge information towards me. Now they rotate, but I think it's too late by then. Pistols, right? At such long range, you can't do anything. And when the players are already in the side, you just can't hold them off. So I think they should have re-aggressed and rotated with, having the information at B platform, because Cobble is a map where you have to take risks on the CT side. You just can't play default. You just can't play default because that will never work out. Or even if you want to play default, play together. Play different setups and play together. And this will be a horrible buy for Team Brutality. Just pistols and some resources to go along with it. I don't think this round is going to pan out for Brutality, and I think it's going to be a 9-6 half for Eternal. But unless they prove me wrong, so let's see how it goes. They are doing the same boost again, but I don't think this will work out unless they have someone at stairs. Yeah, so Uventa is trying to mark stairs from there, but that is a very tedious task to do. Again, Eternal Esports just making some sound at A and hitting towards it. I think B is their preferred place during anti-equals, because almost all of the rounds I've seen them, they have been hitting B platform, taking fights there and lurking someone into drop late in the round. And that's I think what they're planning to do. Excali alone and drop, they'll be letting him lurk there. Pexer throwing a towards door. Pasha Shile and Rix. I think Rix can do something with this 5-7. They come into his cross. So I like this from Eternal Esports, just doing a full-fledged execute. Like throwing some smokes, not taking any lightly. Excali lurking down from drop with Ribby, and I think this round is done and done. Oh, Skadoosh! Two beautiful frags. But Pexer getting the pick off. It's all down to Venom in a 1-on-3. He gets the first one, but I don't think he's gonna be able to clutch this round. With no kit, no guns to play with, I think that's a very tedious task to do, and I don't think Ace or Pexer are gonna let him clutch that round. I think he did more harm than good by throwing that smoke. And yeah, so Ace gets the final pick, 9-6 for Team Eternal Esports. I'd say pretty much an expected result from my side. Maybe Eternal could have gotten more rounds if they won the pistol, but I really wanted to see some aggression from Team Brutality, which didn't come off at any point in the map. I think if they changed it up, or if they threw in some aggression, or if they countered the A long take by Eternal, it was a very basic A long take. So if they countered that, I think that might have worked out for them. But let's move on to the second round, pistol round. 5 Kevlars. So 5 people with Kevlars on the side of Brutality, with Kapish leading the charge. I think it's going to be a drop and A split by the looks of it. So they take mid there. And Hunter already getting ping. Ace getting the pick off towards Uventa. Skadoosh is already inside murder hole, but he gets one. Ace getting another. Ace getting the third. Ace getting 4 kills in the round and winning the round for Team Eternal Esports. So I think they just YOLO'd into A site and expected a drop flanker to get a pick off for 2, but that didn't work out. The drop guy got instantly picked by Ace. If he could have gotten the kill on Hunter, maybe things would have been different. Again, Brutality with a 4-5 with 0 utilities, so they are just going for the pick and play game, I guess. So 5 people with Kevlar and pistols, just going for the pick and play. Okay, CS no hits. Hunter doing the smart thing, falling back after just spotting someone, and Pasha Sile gets a kill onto Excali. Smart decision by Pasha Sile to get a kill and fall back. In my opinion, I think they are gonna split A, and Ribby getting the pick off onto Skadoosh. So throwing away the man advantage they had, I think they should have stuck together and hit one site after they got the first pick. But so it's Ribby and Hunter at A, and It's a 2-2 split for Eternal Esports basically, and Rix I think is trying to gather some information, and I think they're gonna make the call based on the information that Rix can get from the A side, because all the other three players are just stacked towards the B side. Yeah, they are gonna split drop and B, and Rix is his barrel gets spotted out there. So a 2-on-2, Hunter and Ribby versus Juventa and Pasha Sahil. Juventa has a UMP to work with, and Pasha just has a Deagle. One player has already crossed onto the side for Eternal, and 1-on-2 for Pasha Sahil. He's not connecting any of the shots, and I think he's going to be rushed down here. So Hunter did a pretty good thing actually by rushing out into the side regardless of Deagle shots being fired at him, and I think a flash from his teammate helped him to do the same thing. But I think Juventa had to get a kill, or Pasha side had to collect one of the Deagle shots for that round to be a probable win. But that didn't work out, and Brutality right now are looking deep down in the trades. Again, a couple of pistols, a 3-2 split, just trying to get the pick off. That need. And Excali this time getting the better of Pasha Sahil. He's like, no sir, you can't get me twice. And Rix, he gets the pick off onto Ribby. I didn't see any point of Ribby doing that since he knew they were going to be on an eco. And his team just got the advantage by getting the pick onto Pasha Sahil. But I think he might be doing just because he was antsy or something like that. Hunter is playing solo at A. No, so we have Ace, the Pexer, to back him up right now. Skadoosh clearing down A long. He spots out Hunter, and I think Hunter also spotted him out. Pexer rotating back towards A. I think Brutality is gonna hit A eventually. Oh, but look at this flank. Look at this flank by Excali. He has all the information in the world right now. His team can easily stack the A side because they know where the opponents are gonna be hitting from. Excali on the back. Oh, gets one. Gets two. Pexer getting the third one. Juventa left alone in 1v4. And he gets slammed to death. So let's see what happens in the first buy round. Let's see if Brutality have a plan on this map, or are they prepared for this map? Because I think Eternal Esports had a plan in mind when they picked this map, and it is showing till now. So Brutality with a lot of resources for this round. I don't think they are going to try for any kind of default. They are playing a 4-1, which is also a very good, very common strategy, I would say. But they're trying to take A-long control, but I think they're just trying to walk into A-long, or yeah, so no, they're throwing the A-long control smoke and the flash. But I think Ribby and Hunter are ready for it, since that is the thing which they do, right? Equal trades till now, Ribby and Rix duking it off. Oh, smart move by Ribby to smoke him off. And Venom getting the pick off onto Ribby, but getting traded by Pexer, and again a trade goes back and forth, down to a 2-on-2. Ace and Excali versus Rix and Juventa. And okay, I thought he timed out. So again, Brutality slowing it down, looking for any pushes or looking for any information they can get. But Ace re-aggressing towards A-long. I like his position, I like his angle. And as I said, re-aggression was the key in that round because Eternal Esports had no information, neither did Brutality. So Ace getting a very crucial pick off at that point, and I think almost securing the round. I think Ace also heard Rix towards A-long now. Yeah, I think he did. So I think Rix should die. Oh, okay. So back to a 1-on-1. Rix and He didn't even let him cross. So Excali gets the kill before Rix could cross. 6 to 13 to Team Eternal. Sorry, 13 to 6 to Team Eternal, and I think it looks like the end of the road for Team Brutality, at least on this map. I don't I don't see I don't see any comeback possibilities right now. But you never know. It's CS. Anything can happen. And Pasha Style just running in through the smoke. Oh my god, he catches them off guard with the nades in their hand. And Brutality just YOLOing through the smokes and catching people off guard left, right and center. But Ace with a crucial double kill, saving the round there for Team Eternal Esports. And Venom dies. Burn. So I think Excali making a kebab out of Venom right there. Venom trying to kill him through the flames, but that wasn't the case. So I think after they got the first 2 picks, actually they could have waited for some time and reconsidered their options. But that is what Eternal Esports did, right? They just waited for the opponent team to make mistakes, which they did. Because re-aggression was needed at that point. So I think Brutality could have done the same. But now let's look at this round. A full buy round for Team Brutality. Again, they are doing a 4-1, not showing any kind of a pressure towards B except for Skadoosh. So I don't think Eternal Esports are gonna fall for that, because as I said now, aggression from Eternal Esports trying to take B platform control. This is what we didn't see from Brutality at all. Brutality were just content with sitting in the sides and having no information, whereas Eternal Esports, they are taking B platform control, getting information, and you can see here how deep Ribby is towards A long. And now he falls back at 1 minute. Gets the pick off. 2 for 1 trade. And 3 for 1 trade actually. Hunter just stomping around the map, but Juventa picks him off. Again, trades are very strong for Eternal Esports. Now Pasha Style in a 1v3 gets the first pick. He's trying to get the second. He gets Ace as well. Down to a 1v1. He doesn't know where Excali is coming from, and Excali is in the back lines. Will Pasha Style expect that? No. Pasha doesn't expect that, and Excali wins the round clutches the round for Team Eternal Esports to make the score 15 to 6. Even that round, even if Brutality won, it would have been on individual skills of Pasha Style by winning a 1v3. And I think Pasha actually is the one player from Team Brutality who's showing some resistance, who's playing well. I don't think they have something prepared on this map as a unit, because from what I know and from how much I've played against them, I don't think Brutality likes to play Cobble that much. But I think they banned Nuke as a safe ban, so that is why Eternal Esports had the option of picking Cobble. Now again, again no pressure shown towards it's just one guy throwing some resources at B, but I don't think that is gonna fake Eternal Esports, because I think they're too wise for that. They are already prepared for such kind of fakes, because if they keep falling for that, I don't think they'll be able to win this map. But again, I think they should take some B control. I think Brutality needs to spread out in the map rather than just going towards one part of the map. Again, Hunter getting overangled. Ooh, Venom with crucial double kills, and what a crisp shot on Ribby. So it's down to a 5v3 in favor of Brutality. But Eternal Esports already have 2 members into the site. So let's see what they do. Now Skadoosh gets picked up by Pexer. Ace did a nice job of waiting for Skadoosh. I think Ace is gonna burn alive here. Ooh, okay, bye bye. Bye bye Ace. Pexer still alive at mid slope, with Excali coming through the doors or the window. Yeah, coming through the window. No need for pressure. Again, it will be out in the open. A 1-on-2 for Pexer, which he is capable of clutching, but He doesn't have a kit, and I don't think he has the time. Yeah, so a double peak by Brutality to secure the round, 15 to 7. But again, so what Brutality did might have worked out in this round because Venom got two crucial kills, but that could have been easily a 2 for 2 trade, and then Eternal Esports being on the fast shoulder, they could have easily shut down the round. But that round, I think it was more of a mistake from Hunter than excellent play by Brutality because Hunter just right click flash and tried to YOLO where Venom was a wiser player there and he was already waiting for it. So Eternal Esports on an eco. Again Brutality doing the same 4-1, leaving Skadush alone at drop. And Excali, so see how easy has it become for Excali to gather any kind of an information at B platform because there's no pressure there in any round. He's just sitting there like he owns the B platform. So that is why I'm saying, and they have a pretty good setup at A long as well. The guys from Eternal Esports, and no, I think there'll be a flash from Peksha. Yeah, Peksha throws it. Again, a nice setup from Brutality. Sorry, Eternal Esports. A 2 for 2 trade. See, that was what I was talking about when Brutality was on the CT side. Like, they have to have some setups to damage the economy of Eternal Esports. I don't think it will matter right now for Eternal Esports since they need just one round. But again, if this was for the long run, they've already taken down two guns from Brutality, and I think they can take down one more if luck favors them. Yeah, so as I said, okay, I think they can win the round now. But Pexer with a crucial double kill. A 1 versus 1. Skadush versus Pexer. Skadush playing it smart, but Pexer playing it smart as well, and Skadush wins the round. So again, you can see Eternal Esports took 4 guns from the hands of Brutality, whereas in the opposite scenario, Brutality was just taking one or not even one gun. And now look at the economy of Brutality. I know it doesn't matter right now since Eternal Esports just needs one round, but look at the economy. They have almost close to $0, whereas Eternal Esports has had more than $5,000 when they were playing on the T side. So I think everyone should play it in for the long run, not just play an eco round like it's an eco round. You need to think about the long game, and I think that is what Eternal Esports are doing, and I think that is why they are right now one of the best teams in India. If not the best, I think they are one of the best teams in India right now. Again, a pretty. So this time, Brutality changed it up. I think they are looking for some B platform control, or they'll just fake with the two guys at A and hit B this time. So it'll be very interesting to see what they do. Eternal Esports don't have that much of a utility bank right now. They just have a few flashes and a Molotov to work with. And Brutality have a lot of time. But even on Brutality, there's utility, but they can execute only once. They can't fake it that much. So Brutality is executing right now. I don't. So I don't know what they were trying to do. Okay, so they faked a B execute and then showed some presence on A, and I think they're gonna hit B again. Yeah, Rick's alone at A long, but I don't think that's gonna work out. That is not a perfect fake by any standards because there is no any utility at A to draw out any player from A. Okay, 2 on 4, Ricks and Kundya, two very experienced players in the Indian scenario. Uganda has a pretty good position, but again, one no time for Ricks to clutch the round, and it's GG played. The first map goes to Eternal Esports 16 to 8.
I don't know what it is, but it's big. Whoa, heads up!
सारा आपके लिए और मम्मा के लिए। बेटा ऐसे वेस्ट नहीं करते।
मम्मा ये सबसे ज्यादा मीठा है, ये आपके लिए।
ख्याल रखने से ही तो अपनापन बढ़ता है और हम भी यही मानते हैं। इसीलिए हमारी हैसल फ्री वारंटी, एफिशिएंट कस्टमर केयर और फ्री डिलीवरी दे आपको कंप्लीट केयर, कंप्लीट टेक्नोलॉजी, सर्कल।
और ये सब
पापा को दे दे।
संजू क्या कर रहे हो?
Obvious.
संजू is such a pig. I mean just look at the mess. तुम कोई भी चीज ढंग से नहीं कर सकते क्या?
Yes.
और ये कोई जूते रखने की जगह है? Disgusting.
Yeah, what a shot.
Very good. यहाँ बैठकर टेनिस खेल सकते हो लेकिन मेरा मैच देखने नहीं आ सकते, है ना? आज फाइनल्स था मेरा।
तो
Just forget it.
छोटी, वो जो तेरा मैच पॉइंट वाला बैकहैंड शॉट था ना, that was actually quite killer, हाँ?
तुम थे वहाँ?
हाँ।
भरोसा हो तो अपनापन बढ़ता है और हम भी यही मानते हैं। इसीलिए हमारी आफ्टर सेल सर्विस, सुपीरियर बिल्ड क्वालिटी और रिप्लेसमेंट वारंटी दे आपको कंप्लीट ट्रस्ट, कंप्लीट टेक्नोलॉजी। सर्कल।
हैप्पी नाउ? अच्छा, वो जो जूते उठा के फेंक दिए ना, वो प्लीज उठा के रख देना। थैंक यू।
क्या थैंक यू? आई नॉट डू इट।
Send me out some backup. Want to bring this guy down before he hurts somebody. Yeah, that's confirmed. He's not stopping.
Okay, so welcome back for the second map between Team Eternal Esports and Brutality, which is Brutality's pick, that is Inferno. But I still think Eternal Esports will be still favorites on this map, and we're going live with the knife round, which I am not going to cast. Okay, so Eternal Esports win the knife round and, as predicted, stay to choose on the CT side. Stay or switch? They decide to stay finally. So I'd like to see what Brutality have planned on their T side on the map they decided to choose. Because generally teams are more prepared on the T side when they opt to choose a map. So I'd like to see what Brutality has in the in the stores, or if they have any executions or any if they have any executions or any set plans to counter Team Eternal, or are they just going to play a basic default based game? And all the players are reconnecting. That is just been fixed. I think we are ready to go live right now. So let's see what pistol round has Brutality planned. Ace with a kit and 2 flashes. I think everyone else is gonna be on Kevlar.
I don't know what it is, but it's
Side
big.
Brutality
Whoa, heads up!
and Skadoosh gets the first pick. He gets picked off. Excali being a bit too over aggressive towards apartments there. He picks him off as well. Now you enter with a smoke and a nade and a flash, and Venom has a nade left on him. And aggression from Hunter at Banana as well. So Venom was marking that aggression. That's what I said in the previous map, right? So after getting the first pick, they should wait for the enemy team to make some mistake and make some aggression so that they can punish that aggression. Pasha getting picked off there by Ribby. It's a 3v2. It's still doable for Eternal Esports, and Ace just walks through the smoke and gets a pick off onto Juventa. Ooh, Ribby. I think Ribby can put it down. Okay, Riggs gets a nice shot onto Ribby. Ribby with a valiant effort there. He gets 3 kills, but at the end of the day, the round goes in favor of Team Brutality. But again, it could have been a much cleaner round. I don't think Pasha had to lurk at mid after getting that advantage. They could have just stuck together as a unit. And then I don't think Juventa expected Ace to come to the smoke and pick him up like that. So now anti-eco round for Eternal Esports. And Riggs gets the first pick onto Hunter at Banana. So aggression at apartments from Team Eternal Esports, and I think Pasha Sahil is aware of that. He's already marking for any pushes of any sorts by Ribby. So Eternal Esports have mainly gathered towards the A side, pushing towards apartments, and Pexer holding a close angle at mid as well. Ace alone at banana. Brutality slowing it down, doing the right thing, waiting for any aggression. But now I think if they're not seeing any aggression, they should start to take a bit of a map control. At banana at least. So Ribby getting antsy. Jiggle peeking the angles and doing the smart thing, holding the angle, not overcommitting. I think he's going to get the pick off. Oh! Pasha with the pick off on to Ribby. Pasha clearing apartments right now. But he doesn't know there's a guy behind him and spots Excali and gets the pick on to Excali. Pexer left alone in the inside. He does get picked off by Skadush eventually and just leaves Ace alone in a 1v5. Thinking what happened in the round, and he's still at the right bomb side, but I don't think he's gonna be able to do much with that. Yeah. So a pretty good anti-eco from Team Brutality, pretty clean round. They waited for the pushes and then punished them when they eventually came. Pure USP eco for Eternal Esports. I think they should build up their economy. Brutality can farm some money and build up their economy and do what Eternal Esports did to them on the T side of Cobblestone. They can do the same thing to them on the T side of Inferno, I believe. Skadush alone at banana, trying to get some information and trying to catch anyone off guard. Skali aggressing apartments, but as I said, Brutality are marking these pushes very neatly, and that seems to be working out from them well. Entity Esports with the B stack, as I said, on the eco rounds, you just have to take a risk and stack a bomb side, which is what Entity Esports are effectively, sorry, Eternal Esports are effectively doing. And I think Skadush knows that something is wrong. So Skadush just brings the Lone Ranger into the bomb site and trying to scout out the Eternal Esports player. And he doesn't know where he's getting shot from, but Pexer is also missing his bullets. So again, Skadush still going for some info play. And he gets a collateral there. Skadush clears the B bomb site. Even though there was a stack, he played it smart, waited for any aggression, cleared the angles and eventually got the bomb site with Pasha. So this is the thing, like, they're going as a 3-2 pair in anti-eco rounds, and so that's a good thing because the 3 people can swing if the other 2 guys get a pick, and if there's a stack on the other side, they can easily swing back to that bomb side as well. And I think there are some kids on the stage and we are solving that issue very quickly. And I think we have solved the issue and we are ready to go live right now. So, Brutality, keeping the 3 SMGs and buying 2 AKs, I think they can do that since they know Eternal Esports are not going to have Head Kevlar. So they can do that play in this round, and if they win this round, it's going to mean a lot of money for Brutality. Because this is a throwaway round for them. Like, even though they have 3 UMPs, they can still win the round. But if not, it's still okay to damage their economy and win the next full buy round after that. So fast-paced play from Brutality towards mid, I think. And a double apartment setup from Eternal Esports, and one towards Arches. Double Molotovs, okay. Brutality hitting fast, wrapping from left to right, short as we told. Ooh, Hunter missing two crucial shots. He should have got the point. It's a 3v2 retake in favor of Brutality. I don't think Eternal Esports will be able to clutch this round unless Brutality makes some huge mistakes or some blunders. Hunter is okay. He gets team flashed by his teammate. Pexer approaching from Moto, but I think they should just save it at this point of the game. I don't think this retake is feasible, and I think it's a good smart choice to save the guns and play with it in the next round. So Brutality starting off strong on their map pick with a 4-0 lead, and Eternal Esports, I think they got caught off guard by the pace in which Brutality attacked the bomb site. And as I said, now you can look, Brutality converted their UMPs into rifles, and they still come in with 2 rifles and win the round with UMPs. So that gives them a huge bang. You can already see 2 players are upwards of $10,000. All the players are almost upwards of 4, 5, 6,000. So that is going to help them a lot in the long run. A technical pause, supposedly some CFG issues for one of the Brutality players. I think that, yeah, so it gets sorted out pretty quickly. And Eternal Esports, an AWP, an M4, and maybe I think they'll buy some pistols into this round. And let's see if they try to do something different or if they go for a standard default-ish play. I think Hunter is gonna try to get the pick at Banana right now. Will he be successful? So Brutality, again, I think they love mid or fast mid takes, and this is what they are doing. Playing with speed, playing fast. So this is some kind of thing, yeah. Catching Eternal Esports off guard, and Excali is dead. And just like that, they take the side. They throw a motor smoke, throw a mid-right smoke, a pit smoke, and just rush in brute force and take the side. So again, Pexer and Hunter, I think the smarter option for them is to save again, and that is what they'll be doing. But again, we can see the tendency Brutality is having right now. They're not taking too much banana control. They're just focusing on mid, and I think fast takes is something that is working out for them. So I think that is one thing they won't be able to do when Eternal Esports has all the resources. But this was a good strategy for the early round when they knew Eternal Esports doesn't have a lot of resources. At that time they could make such kind of plays. And I think Hunter today is crucial shots. Finally connects one shot, and I think Hunter will be able to save. Yeah, so Hunter should be able to save his AWP, which was the most crucial weapon. But look at the economy of Brutality. Each of their players had 10,000 before buying, almost all of them. So I think they can easily buy a couple of more rounds, even if they lose 2 rounds in a row. So that gives them a huge edge, as the CT economy is already weak. And if they can break it consistently, then I think they should come out with a 10-5 or at least a 10-5 or 11-4 half. And I think, yeah, so I think they're gonna go and pick alt middle. Brutality this round, changing it up, trying to go for fast banana plays, but nothing working out. And look at Excali. Look at Excali. He's already at T slope. But Brutality now falling back. I don't think there's a world in which they'll expect Excali to be backstabbing them at 1 minute 24 seconds. Ooh! I thought he should have gotten the second kill, but that's fine. I think they're gonna try to hit B with 2 smokes and a Molotov. But okay, so they're trying to drive walk in, Pasha Sahil, trying to get a pick off, trying to spot someone. And Ace has missed Pasha Sahil. So if Pasha gets his timing right, maybe he can pick off Pexer. Maybe. Yeah, so Pasha sneaking in. I think Pexer is a free kill at this point. And okay, so back down to a 2-on-2 Hunter and Ribby versus Rix and Uenta. I think Pasha did a good job, but if he stayed alive there and if he got the second pick, then it was a confirmed round for Brutality. But again, decent after pan position for Team Brutality. Even though they're split, this pick on Banana is very crucial and Rix gets the pick off. Now Hunter with just an AWP, yeah, doing the smart move, saving his weapon without any kit, and Brutality bring it back from a 3v5 deficit. I think Excali got unlucky. He could have gotten the second kill, but then Rix with a beautiful kill onto Excali and catching Ribby off guard at Banana while retaking. So I think those two moments won them the round, and especially Pasha lurking in with the timing when Ace moved into foils. So Brutality with a strong start, a 6-0 lead. I must say they are looking pretty dominant right now. I think Eternal Esports will choose to force buy. I think Hunter will drop them an M4. Ace can buy, Pexer can buy, and yeah, that is what they decide to do. Eternal Esports, they are feeling the heat. I think Hunter. Let's look at Hunter right now. I think he's gonna try to get an aggressive pick. Yeah. Oh, he eats a nade to his face and gets a drop. Nice work from Brutality. Again, they're going for a fast mid play again. And this time, as I said, Team Eternal Esports had the counter Molotovs and they threw everything they had there. But Brutality turns out to be much more wiser. They are trying to Pexer, oh my god! He gets all 4 of them and Pasha Sahil gets the 2 kills, but I think the round is done and dusted. Oh my god, Pexer. If not for that guy, I don't think they would have won the round. From that position to get 4 kills and without any sort of a backup, it's pretty damn hard. I play B side, so I know it's next to impossible, and that was one amazing round from Pexer, which gives Eternal Esports the first gun round. But as I said, Brutality has enough money to buy for 2 buy rounds. So even if they lose this round, they can still buy into the next one. And it's very crucial for Eternal Esports to win this. Again, the ultimate flash peek by Excali. He gets one pick, but gets immediately traded off by Uenta. Okay, Hunter goes for the re-aggression, catches Uenta off guard, brings the man advantage back in the favor of Eternal Esports. It's down to a 3v4 for Brutality. So Brutality waiting for any sort of an aggression at Banana. But I don't think Eternal Esports is going to take the risk of pushing right now because they already have the man advantage. They have good positions into the site. Hunter is staring down towards the apartment stairs. And as soon as I say that, he changes his angle to look towards boiler and mid to right or shelter. Skadu is trying to creep in and so Eternal Esports have complete Banana control, but I think the C4 is gonna go to Banana. They're splitting B by the looks of it. Ace getting the double kill. Perfect time to re-aggress. But Rix gets one but gets immediately traded off by Pexer. So that was a very crucial round for Team Eternal Esports because if they didn't win that round, it would have been it would have destroyed their economy completely. So that was a very crucial round for them to win. But again, Brutality still has enough money to buy for this round, and if they get the plant, they even have enough money to buy the next round. So I think Brutality did a tremendous job in the first 6 rounds to build up their economy where they could buy construction. Let's see if Brutality try to decide to do something else. So this is one thing I've noticed. Brutality just keep one guy towards T slope who keeps marking for any banana aggression, and they're not focusing on banana unless they decide to go there fast. And they're mainly focusing on alt mid and apartments. And Skadu's failing the jump there. But if you give so much room or so much space to Eternal Esports, I think they might take advantage of it and shut down the round. Unless Brutality decide to go late banana and they have a plan for it. But we are at the 1 minute mark and already Eternal Esports is down to just one smoke and a few flashes. So if Brutality fake and then do a proper execute, I think Eternal Esports won't have anything to stop them. And I think that's what they are doing. They just tried to fake. So look at the resources Eternal Esports used right now. They used 3 flashes and a smoke. So exactly what as I said, Brutality after throwing the smokes, they faked it and now they're recommitting towards the bomb site. They're sticking to the A bomb site, but Ace gets the first pick off, gets the second, gets the third. They're feeding him like ducks coming through the smoke. I didn't think that made any sense. Ace with a beautiful triple kill. So the smokes won't make any difference if you're going through a smoke yourself. Wait for the enemy smoke to evaporate. That's fine. You still had 45 seconds on the timer. But Brutality right now, I think they'll have to eco. I think so. They'll go for some picks again. But they have a smoke and a couple of flashes. So let's see what they decide to do. Hunter trying to get a pick off at mid. Doing the smart thing because he knows people can come stomping up from alt mid. Decides to Molotov and change up his angle. Falls back to the site towards Moto. Ribby is playing apartments and trying to spot or gather any information he can. I like the setup from nice flash towards apartments. Getting the info they needed, getting the man advantage. Now they can just sit back and relax and play in the sites. I like the setup from Eternal Esports. One guy playing in graveyard, another in pit. But Excali gets spotted out. Throws in the smoke. Nice job by Excali of not over-committing to the fight there. I think the eventual target for Brutality is gonna be B. They have a smoke and a flash and they are seemingly moving towards the B side. And when I'm trying to do, I don't know what he was trying to do. They're just getting pick off one by one. They didn't even use the smokes and flashes. So I would have liked to see some smokes and flashes, but again, they just got picked one by one and 6-4 in favor of Team Brutality. So now look at the money on Eternal. Look at the money. They can easily buy for couple of buy rounds, the next 2 buy rounds, even if they lose. So the tables have turned. Now Brutality needs to win 2 to 3 buy rounds in order to break Eternal, or else it's going to be a hard journey for them to win any more rounds unless they can secure the buy rounds. The early fast play worked out for Brutality, but I think they need to add something else to their playbook. I think they need to do something different right now because Eternal Esports now know what they're doing. And Excali just walking up mid. Gets a 1-for-1 trade for Excali. Balls of Pasha Sahil with a beautiful shot. Because Hunter has already done that kind of an aggression to bring the favor in the side of bring the favor to the side of Eternal Esports, but Pasha Sahil was much wiser this time and he was much prepared. I don't think Eternal Esports needed to push mid because what they were doing was fine, but I also agree with them, like they should change up things when till the time opponents have not figured it out, because if you change it up then they won't be able to change it up again. They won't understand what you're doing. So I like the change from Eternal Esports, but that didn't work out. It's okay. 3v2 in the favor of Brutality, and they're getting the bob down. They have upper plan positions. Oh man, Juventa with a beautiful shot onto Ace, but he was caught off guard actually in a no man's land. Juventa trying to get into pit, playing a risky game. Again, there's no need to peek right now from the side of Brutality. I think Ribby should just save this gun. There's no point in even fighting. Even though they have a lot of economy, yeah, this one gun can count in the long run, man. Because Hunter has 3950. and he can buy for the next round, but he won't be able to buy another one if they lose 2 rounds in a row. So this one saved gun can help them in the next 2 upcoming rounds. I think Ribby will pass over and opt to Hunter. Team Brutality again doing the smart thing, but I think Eternal Esports gave them a window of opportunity by pushing mid. Excali got the 1-for-1 trade, but Hunter got like outplayed by Pasha because he was prepared this time. He was not gonna get caught off guard once again. Ribby with a flash pickup. There is no information essentially. Again, Brutality just leaving Banana to Eternal Esports. They just don't care about what is going on at Banana. Just taking alt mid and apartments control and hitting mid consistently with the 4-1 with Rix marking the bottom of Banana all the time. Hunter with a nice angle there. So good job by Eternal Esports. They just left the upper at Banana and they have stacked 4 guys into the A side. But I think, yeah, Rix tried to flash Hunter off his angle, but Hunter being a smart opper sees the flash and he has taken another position at Banana. He knows that no one is coming towards Banana. And Eternal Esports should theoretically win this round since they have 4 people at the A bomb side. I think they will long. A 1-for-1 trade. Oh, nice Molotov from Ace. And flurry of frags from Eternal Esports. Comes down to 1v2 for Venom, but Ribby getting a triple kill from the side. And as I said, they had 4 guys stacked towards the A side. And it was a pretty easy round at the end for Eternal Esports. So I like what Brutality are doing, but at the same time they need to push back the Banana guy and retake Banana and then hit A again, because or else it becomes very easy for Eternal Esports to stack onto the A side where they know, when they know that no one is gonna come B. There's nobody who's gonna come B. Again, I don't see the point of picking up 5 deagles and just when they have a 2-round loss bonus, but Hunter has been missing some easy shots by standards actually today. I think, okay, nice shot by Skadush. I think Hunter is not feeling it right now, but he's a much better opper than what is happening to him today. But I think he'll get better as the day or the game progresses. And Excali, this man is just creating a. Ooh. Pasha could have easily got the flag. And I think this round is almost done unless Venom gets a picture and he dies. So, oh, nice shot from Kundya. Juventa with the. And this round is done and dusted. So Eternal Esports, they have won 6 out of the last 7 rounds. They're building a streak back into the game, and I think if they get 8 rounds, they are gonna win this game on the T side, because this map Inferno is nowadays becoming a very T-sided map. So I think Eternal Esports are doing a good job coming back from the deficit they have, and I genuinely think that they have a pretty good T side, which will help them to win the game. Pasha burning in the Molotov, taking a nade to his face. Almost got the kill onto Hunter, but at the end of the day, that didn't work out. Maybe if he didn't get flashed, he could have picked off Hunter, but another man advantage for Team Eternal Esports. This round, Brutality actually tried to change it up and pick someone off towards Banana. But I don't agree with what Kapish did here, just trying to walk. I think, okay, no, he didn't walk through this. But I thought Kapish tried to walk through the smoke, but he got picked off at Boiler, I think so. 5v3 man advantage for team Eternal Esports. Pexa doing the smart thing, just holding the aggressive angle with the smoke behind him so that they think it's gonna be okay. Hunter having a nice angle over here. I think he should get one frag here. Venom picks off Hunter. Juventa picks off Excali down to a 2v3. Now Brutality have a 2v1 on the A side. If they can pick off Ribby at Graveyard, I think they have a real chance in this round. Nice shot by... Oh my god. Nice round by Brutality actually. Venom doing a smart thing of clearing Graveyard and Juventa showing his experience and marking for any flanks from Banana and getting the pick off onto Pexa. It's down to a 1v2 for Ace. We know what this man can do. He can clutch rounds, he can win games for you. Let's see if he can do it right now. It's a pretty good angle from Venom. Ooh, Ace gets the headshot onto Venom, but Venom eventually clutches this round out. Nice effort from Ace. He almost got that round for his team, but Brutality again, an amazing turnaround from what seemed to be like a lost effort. And I don't think Pexa needed to overcome it at that point. He could have just stayed in Banana with one guy in arches, but that's fine. Hindsight is always 50-50. So again, Brutality are back to just throwing at Banana, drawing out the resources from Eternal Esports, and I think they are going to do the fast A take again. Yeah. So they know this round that Eternal Esports are low on Molotov since they broke them. But Eternal Esports with an amazing setup, for that. And trades go left, right, and center. I couldn't even see what was happening as Brutality just brute force their way to the bomb site. Ace burning alive, and I don't know how they're managing to do it. I don't think there was any need to aggress after they got the first 2 picks at Shelter. They could have just kept the setup and easily picked up another 2 kills, but nice positioning for Kapish or Skadoosh. 1v3. Oh my god. This guy seems scary, but even he can't clutch out the round for his team. 9-6 half for team Brutality. It's a pretty good T half. Let's see what they can do on the CT side. So Brutality with a kit and a smoke in the hands of Juventa, and Eternal Esports with a smoke and a couple of flashes towards Hunter. So they're all romping down towards alt mid, and look at this. Rix and Skadoosh just pushing in towards mid, getting all the information they can. I don't think Skadoosh needs to overrun. He can just fall back, but he decides to stay too long. He overstays his welcome. And see, look at Pecha, look at Ace. They are still aware of anyone pushing mid. I think Kapish or someone could have just fallen back at that time. Juventa with a beautiful shot onto Ribby. He smokes it off. Oh, nice shot from Venom. But again, he could have just fallen back after that. No need to get the second frag. He already brought it down to a 3v3. I think this could have turned into the favor of Brutality, but if not for the over-aggression of multiple players, I think Brutality could have won the round. Excali, cheeky, sneaky beaky like he always is, gets the final kill onto Juventa and secures the pistol round for Eternal Esports. In my opinion, unless Brutality win this anti-eco, I think Eternal Esports is gonna win the game, because they have a very good T side of their own as well. So Eternal Esports with 4 SMGs or rifle, and Brutality having a scout, a couple of flashes, and pistols and Kevlar to go along with. So a much spread out I'd say not a much spread out default, but I think they are waiting for any initial aggression from the hands of Brutality. Team Eternal Esports. Slowly starting to take banana control. I think they're just gonna fake banana control and wrap from A long, mid to left. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be. I think they'll just smoke off library arches, wrap from here. Pretty standard call, which Juventus tries to do the hero play, but gets picked off. Pretty standard execute from Team Eternal Esports. As I said, they will wrap from A long after faking banana control. That's what I meant. Right, Brutality, even though they didn't take banana control in the early round, they didn't show as if they're gonna re-control banana or if they're even gonna come banana. This is what Eternal Esports did. Just one flash and a Molotov at the entrance of banana, then hitting A, kept two players from Brutality on the B side. The other guys can be at A side, but 5v3 is still better than a 5v4, especially if the 4 people on the CT side have a good setup. So that is what I meant by Brutality, at least retaking banana control and showing some presence at banana, which didn't happen that much. So this round Eternal is running up towards alt mid, just farming the eco frags, the USP frags. Nice shot there by Venom. Getting the kill onto this valley. Yeah. They know the last guy alive is Venom and he's on the B side. They don't need to hunt him with the rifles. And SMG will do the job. So pretty straightforward anti-eco by Eternal Esports. Nothing fancy there, just showing the brute force of Mactons and over the USPs. Now comes the first fight. I'd like to see whether Eternal Esports keep their SMGs and do something fast-paced, or if they do their standard default, which is sending 2 people towards banana, 2 or 3 towards banana and 2 towards apartments, so take apartments control. So yeah, it's just standard default. 2 guys going towards apartments to take apartments. Like Scully and Ace taking banana control. I think Ace will join him momentarily. Going for the default plays. I think it's a very good idea right now. They can draw out all the resources from Brutality, but Brutality buying 3 FAMASes and having all the utilities they need in the world. So nice job on their part to do this. So Eternal Esports slowly creeping towards banana, taking banana control very early in the round. So they have banana control by 1 minute, and all of the players from Eternal Esports are towards. But yeah, that gets caught off guard while re-aggressing. That was a very bad timing for them actually. A smart choice, but timing did not favor them. Luck did not favor them. Eternal Esports get the side pretty much very easily since they were caught off guard, Brutality players. A pretty straightforward execute towards the B side and 10-9 in favor of Eternal Esports. Yeah, Kapish gets found out. I don't think they are going to be able to kill any more of the Brutality players. Yeah. I think they should save their guns. Oh, nice shot by Excali towards Juventus. I think X gets to save his gun. And an eco coming for Team Brutality in the next round. Look at the money on Eternal Esports. Once again, they didn't lose much members in the anti-eco rounds, and now they are sitting on a bank of over $5,000 for each player, even after buying. And Brutality, even if they won one round, they need to string a couple together to have any chance chance of breaking the economy of Eternal Esports. Again, Brutality not showing anything on the T side. Venom pushes apartments, but they were already ready for that. Eternal Esports is too smart for that. Pushing apartments on an anti-eco is one of the most common things teams do. And Eternal Esports was ready for that. And Ace is gonna get caught off guard. Yeah, Ace. Ace is gonna get caught. I think terrorists win. So Eternal Esports, a pretty straightforward anti-eco again, once again for them. And look at the money right now. Look at the money. Everyone will have almost over 8k except for Excali even after buying. Hunter is touching the 10k mark. So Brutality have a very tough road ahead of them if they want to even stand a chance of winning the match. Since I think Eternal Esports will do a normal default, they will take banana control and apartments control at the same time. Brutality set Rix getting off a pick onto Excali and they're falling back now. Smart thing. He is denying complete banana control to Team Brutality. That was a smart move by him because Brutality the smokes towards banana, but they couldn't get banana control even after getting off the pitch, so it keeps them guessing. You can see it draws them back to the side, and Eternal Esports I think are gonna come in towards the A side. Nice flash, nice counter volleys, nice usage of utility by Team Brutality. Pexer draws out Juventa. Skadush gets the trade. Skadush gets one more. Almost gets the third. Rix gets caught off guard. And it's down to a 2v2, believe it or not. Brutality could have won this round very easily, but it's down to a 2v2 and then Venom Archis gets the pick on to Ace, who was trying to be sneaky beaky through the smoke. Now Pasha waiting for any aggression from Ribby, but Ribby showing some patience. He's waiting for them to make a mistake. Oh, Ribby whiffs the spray onto Venom and Brutality win their first gun round. But they need to win a lot more since the economy on Eternal Esports is through the roof. Eternal Esports can easily buy in for a couple of more buy rounds. Easily. If they get a bump down once, they can easily buy a couple of more buy rounds. So Brutality, they need to make sure they don't lose this round, because if they do, it's gonna be a very harsh reset for them, and I don't think they'll be able to get over that easily. So Ribby and Pexer taking apartments control. Usual day in the office. Excali and Ace. Yeah, Excali take. So there's no presence of banana from Brutality. They're giving them banana for free. Essentially, they tried to take banana control in the last round. That worked out. I don't think they should have fallen back from that. Based on the basis of one volley and a flash, they get the pick. And Hunter picks off Skadush from apartment. So look at this. This is the difference between Brutality and Eternal Esports. They're showing map control on all parts of the map, but Brutality doing the smart thing by re-aggressing towards banana. Ace, yes, I thought so. Ace hiding smartly. Venom, you don't need to do that after you get the pick. Just fall back to the side, wait for your teammates. I think that is the round essentially done and dusted, because the rotations were just too far. Venom didn't have to get another pick. He should have just waited for his teammates. Wasted some time, but right now I think it's almost an impossible retake to do. You can see a point in trying this retake is just save their guns. base. I think Brutadi should just save their guns, but I don't think Eternal Esports is gonna let them do it right now. So yeah. As soon as it was a 2v3 and Eternal Esports had the B bomb site, it's already very hard to retake the B bomb site, and with a man down, and you know, without resources you just can't do it, right? I think Eternal Esports completely destroy and reset Brutality. Brutality should have just saved their 2 guns when they had the chance to, but right now they are in a dire state where they have to double eco or go for the force right now. Even if they do a USP eco, they won't have enough resources the next round to buy anything or to purchase anything of any sort. Again, Eternal Esports doing this, taking banana control, taking apartments control, showing presence on all parts of the map. Even if they don't go, they are showing presence on all parts of the map so that it keeps Butati guessing. Butati will never know what side they are not on. A nice meaty nade onto Pasha side and Skadush trying to get any sort of a deagle pick, and everyone else on Eternal Esports is just marking angles. Everyone. They're waiting for any kind of aggression from Brutality, which is a smart thing to do actually, since it's an eco round, you don't need to rush things. You can just hold your ground. Skadush gets a pick off. Pakistan gets the kill. Okay, so the trade went left, right and center for Eternal Esports. Skadush being the only guy alive. I don't think he can do anything in this round. Has been planted. So again, I think Brutality needs to show some manipulation or some kind of... They need to maybe keep an opera at banana, take banana control, keep one opera. Skadush gets another frag, but that's worth nothing because the economy on Eternal Esports is through the roof, right? They need to win rounds. Doing any kind of economy damage won't matter that much. But I think Brutality should show some aggression towards banana. Maybe they could leave Rix as the offer towards banana and then, you know, stack the A bomb site and keep someone at fast rotation in speedway. That way they can have map control and then they can even box in Eternal Esports. But right now, I don't think anything of the sort is happening. And they throw a deep smoke, but again, Ace being the wise player he is, throws a Molotov through the smoke, runs this through. So that's one thing I can see. Even if Eternal Esports is denying them that control, they're denying them that balance. So I think at this point of time, the best option for them would be to try and pick off the apartments guys. Like maybe set an offer there and maybe throw in some late banana aggression, because Eternal Esports are doing a pretty good job of denying them banana control at any point of the map. It's a game of chicken. And Venom Hunter. I think he's really starting to find his groove and hitting some shots right now. He was missing in the first half, but that was fine since the other teammates were hitting their shots and covering it up front. Let's see if Brutality decide to show any kind of an aggression, or if they stick to the default, try and test it, stay in the bomb sites and play at shelter. So again, there's no aggression from Brutality. They just tried to pick banana from behind the water. That is not working, especially when Eternal Esports are taking banana control on a consistent basis. Already Pasha Sahil is down to 40 HP. Look at the resources he has. A smoke and a couple of flashes. I think Brutality need to make some info plays at some point of the map, because or else they'll always be caught off guard at different positions. I think a flash pick at boiler or something of that sort will help them out. Skadush gets the information. Excal is gonna burn alive, and finally Team Brutality gets some kind of and Skadoosh over. There was no need after being in a 5v3 to give away the advantage. Even if there was a flash pick, I understand that, but that was just one individual person, and I think at least a two-man push would have worked out. Rick's gonna bring back the man advantage further in favor of Team Brutality. Juventa in the pits. It's a pretty decent setup, but Juventa is all alone at the A-bomb side for now. Rix is too far, and yeah, he should come into the side to help out Juventa right now. 18 seconds remaining on the clock. Rippy gets flashed off. Rix gets the pick off. I think it's a pretty easy round from now for Team Brutality. So Brutality needs to win this round. It's very important for them to win this Byron, or else again they'll get reset, and they can't afford to be reset at this stage of the match. If they lose this round right now, it's game over. I think Eternal Esports, yeah, doing the default out for them. When I'm burning in the flames, trying to get a pick, that is, it doesn't work out like that. I don't agree. I'd rather have a pop flash after the Molotov or Molotov tree and then do a pop flash. Again, they're trying to do re-aggress, but Excali catches them off guard while they're trying to do the re-aggression. Again, bad timing for Brutality. Whenever they try to do the re-aggress, it's almost game over because Excali has already entered the B side by then. Skadoosh trying to get some information. Nice play by Skadoosh. Catch! Pexer off cut, but I don't think even Pexer realized what happened there. Ace is lurking towards one. I think they're gonna fake A and hit B. So Skadoosh gets one pick off towards the central area of the map. The C4 is still down, so I don't think Eternal have made up their mind about Rip B. Burns down to 30 HP. Ace trying to gather information at the B side. Drawing out rotations from the Brutality side of things. Venom doing a smart thing, waiting for his team, marking construction. 15 seconds on the clock. I don't think they have the time to plan the C4 unless they go in really like. There's no time to plan the C4. Oh my god. Eternal Esports, as I said, the C4 was down towards Leaf Slope at 40 seconds, and unfortunately they lose the round on the basis of that. So Team Brutality with another round to their name, and now I think they can afford to take a risk. Now with the economy they have built up, they can buy another round. It won't be a perfect buy, but I think they can afford to buy another round after this. So I think now is the time where they can take a risk or they can make some plays, because right now, till now they were boxed up, they couldn't make any risky plays due to the fact that they didn't have the economy to do so. But right now, again, Eternal Esports doing the standard thing, but this time they're changing it up, doing the same grenade at Banana, and I think they're trying to take a fast A or apartments jump. Yeah, I think they're gonna jump apartments after the smoke goes. But I think Juventa is gonna be pop flash into apartments after the smoke, so I'd like to see from his perspective. They re-smoke apartments. So nice job from Brutality. I think they read that they're gonna jump apartments, and they have a pretty nice setup here, pit and apartments. So I think Juventa and Rix can shut this down and should shut this down, but let's see how it goes. Nice Molotov clip down. Easy shut down by Team Brutality. They read it perfectly. Perfect read by Team Brutality. Eternal Esports tried to change something out of their playbook, but Brutality read it like yesterday's newspaper. They knew exactly what was coming, and now Brutality have a tremendous economy. They can do or take a lot of risks, but even after all those lost rounds, look at the economy of Eternal Esports. They still have a lot of money to buy into this round, but I think they won't be able to buy after this one unless they get a bomb plant down. So I think whoever wins this round, it's gonna be very crucial, especially for Eternal right now, because Brutality has the economy to still buy up. Again, Eternal are back to their default, taking apartments control, denying them banana control. So I think it's gonna be an A play, since looking at how they are set up, or at least they're gonna fake A and then hit B from what it looks like. Because right now Eternal has a lot of resources. Brutality has some decent resources, but at 1 minute 10 seconds it's just not enough right now. If you are going to play defensive like Brutality is, then at least you have to save your resources. And Skadoosh trying to be a bit cheeky, trying to get the pick off, but Ace was there and waiting for him. Oh my god, Briggs gets a 3k from Cubby, and Eternal Esports make the mistake of not checking that corner. A very big blunder on their part. It's a 2v3 situation, but Juventa gets caught off guard. I don't think Juventa should have gotten caught off guard there. No need, Hunter. There's no need to fight. You can just bomb. Plant the bomb. Play with your team. Hunter in a very interesting position. Ooh. Ribby gets the pick up onto Venom, man. They smoke Pasha off again. Flash. It's round over. Nice round by Ribby and Hunter, but a crucial triple kill by Rick, not paying the dividends from that spot. They still clutched the round. I think Juventa shouldn't have been caught off guard there. If he got one kill there, or even if he stayed alive, that would have been the round for Team Brutality. So map and match point for Team Eternal Esports. I think they are going for the standard default again, since that has been working out pretty well for them. So finally we have some aggression from Brutality. Pasha burns to the smoke, gets one pick, Rix pushes into mid and gets another pick. And smart decision by them to fall back. They have the man advantage, but look at Ribby. He's already snuck into apartment. Gets one kill, but gets traded off immediately. A 2v3 round, still Eternal Esports can win this round, but smart decision by Skadoosh to re-aggress into the short part of the map. So Hunter entering the B bomb side alone, smoking off CT, just clearing out areas they can, and Venom picks Hunter off. That is almost round done and dusted right now, since it's a 1v3 for Excalibur. Can he do this? Ooh, Excalibur gets the double kill. Down to a 1v1. Excalibur versus Skadoosh. Skadoosh with the up, switches to the USP, and Excalibur gets the 1v3 clutch. Amazing round from Excalibur. That's it, guys. Your winner for today's game are Team Eternal Esports.